The word of the day is snowball. A snowball starts off small, but as it rolls downhill,
it gets huge.
My Little Pony, Where the Apple Lies, starts with Apple Bloom telling a lie to cover up a mistake she made. This causes Granny Smith to launch into a long-winded story about the biggest lie AJ ever told.
Settle in.
Apparently, when Applejack and Big Mac were younger, well, first off, AJ had these awful pigtails, and Big Mac never knew when to shut up.
Some changes really are for the better.
One day, AJ tries to make a deal with Filthy Rich to sell cider at his store. But Granny puts the kibosh on that. Filthy is naturally a little bit miffed, so to assuage the wrath of the top 1%, Applejack starts making up increasingly elaborate lies. First off, it's Granny is sick. Then it's Granny's in the hospital with the apple blight. Then it's the apple blight can affect ponies. Then it's Twilight Sparkle faked the moon landing.
We get it, Private.
And the episode ends with Big Mac almost getting his leg amputated. But it's okay, because we learned a valuable lesson about friendship, I mean honesty. This episode was a lukewarm sort of good in my opinion. It's been a while since I've seen an episode of MLP that felt this much like a sitcom. Not that that's a bad thing, but they really do it all here. Comically mismatched duos, a situation blowing way out of proportion, and, oh no, my boss is coming over for dinner unexpectedly. And to the episode's credit, they actually do make you laugh.
Seeing an old woman thrown to the ground repeatedly is always entertaining.
Okay? The situations are amusing, but the characters are also really on point comedy-wise. Seeing Applejack constantly lying, with lie face included, was great. Granny Smith was feisty as ever, but the MVP is Big Mac. It's always fun to see him in a talkative mood. But he's all out here, and it's fantastic. There are also a lot of neat little background gags, particularly at the hospital. There's a Shining reference, as well as a certain cross-eyed pony. Something I found interesting about the episode, especially coming on the heels of Legend of Everfree as it does, was the characterization of Filthy Rich. In EQG4, he's basically capitalist villainy incarnate. But in Where the Apples Lie, he's significantly more well-rounded. Filthy is definitely a ruthless businessman, but he's also personable and nice enough to visit a sick business associate.
His bride, however, is every bit as awful as we've come to expect.
True, and that actually does help Filthy look more sympathetic. Finally, I want to compliment the episode's art style. It must have been a job redesigning so many characters. And it's not a radical overhaul either. They just make everyone look a little bit younger. Also, we get to see a glimpse of 80s Cheerilee, so I guess they retconned her being the same age as the main six. Okay, now it's time to break down the good and the bad in My Little Pony, Where the Apple Lies. On the good side, the episode has a nice sense of humor. There's a lot of commitment to detail in the art design, and I like the characterization of Filthy Rich. On the other hand, the whole episode is contrived in that way that sitcoms are contrived. And it's not laugh-out-loud funny, it's just kinda funny. So I give My Little Pony, Where the Apple Lies, a 3.5 out of 5. Now, if you're interested in more reviews of anime, movies, TV shows, comic books, or video games, check out my channel on YouTube at StupidPrivate913, or find my Facebook and Deviantart pages for video updates and more. Thank you for watching.
Hey kids, today's show is brought to you by the letter 4 and the number potato! I'm a stupid private.